So today we're going to be doing an activity very similar to the one that we did on the first day of class, where you got to use Composite to take a picture of yourself and insert it into a famous image. This time we're going to do that again, but using the tools in Photoshop to create it. Now, we often call these images Photoshops, but what they are is a composite image where you have created a new image from two originals. So let me open up the images I'm going to be working with. And there they both are. Now I'm going to select the magnetic lasso tool from my toolbar, and I'm going to click in the bottom left of my picture where I want to start with that first box. Now I'm going to move my cursor up along the curvature of my image so that I'm just selecting my portrait. Now you'll notice I'm not actually clicking. I'm just moving my cursor along this path. If the background were similar in color to that of my hair or my shirt, then I would definitely need to be clicking a few extra points just to make sure that it selects what I want it to select. But in this case, it's not that big of a deal. So now I can bring my cursor back to the left till I get to the starting point. Now, as you work through this activity, you might find that you have to start over or you've selected the wrong area, and that's fine. Just hit escape or reopen the image and start over again. It doesn't take that long. So once I'm back at the start, you'll notice that my cursor's changed and it has the little circle on it. This means that it's ready to close the selection area. I'm going to click, and there it is. Now if you double click and happen to undo your selection, you can hit escape or hit Control Z or go to Edit Undo and get back to this step. So here we have myself selected. Now I need to work on moving it over. So I'm going to go to Window, Arrange, 2 up vertical, side by side. Select the Move tool. Now I'm going to click on myself and drag my picture over into the new one that I want to work on. So now I'm going to take the Almost Famous image and drag it to the left so that it's full screen and I can work on it. Now I have to fix the color balance here. So first I'm going to select the background. I'm going to come up here to Image, Adjustments, and then Black and White. And that takes it to a true black and white tone based off of the defaults. I'm going to select OK. Now I'm going to select my image, that layer, and I'm going to go up to Image, Adjustments, Black and White. Now you can see that it did adjust my image, but I'm still a little bit darker than everybody around me. So I'm going to go to the presets from Maximum White. And there, that's a little bit better. You can see that my skin tone now matches that of those behind me. So I'm going to select OK. Now I can drag myself over and scale down. So I'm going to go to Edit, Transform, Scale. Holding down the Shift key so that I maintain aspect, I can now shrink my image down so that I'm closer to the right size. I'm going to apply the changes and kind of see, is that better? It is, but it looks like I should be a little bit smaller. So let's go back to Edit, Transform, Scale, and shrink the picture down just a little bit more. Let's apply those changes and see how that looks. Not bad at all. But I'm kind of facing the wrong way. You see where her shoulder is. So I've got to fix that. Let me go to Edit, Transform, and at the bottom of this menu, just slightly cut off, is Flip Horizontal. So I'm going to do that. And now I'm a little better lined up. So let me get my picture lined up there. Let me grab the eraser tool and let me take out my shirt since it doesn't really fit. And that way it looks like my hair is actually falling over her shoulder. And we'll fix the neckline just a little bit so that it blends in. And while we're at it, take out my other shoulder that doesn't really mesh. There. And now I am now part of this picture. Now I can squeeze over or scoot over just a little bit, and it looks like I'm actually meant to be there. So now I've created a composite picture of myself with a famous image using Photoshop. And that's what you're about to do for the same activity.